While the Tshwane International Big Band Festival, which is presented by the Jazz Foundation of South Africa, is bringing the beautiful sounds of jazz to Pretoria's Freedom Park on the 9th of December. Festival-goers who have the option of attending the carnival will be treated to live music from the likes of Caiphus Semenya, Madala Kunene, Simphiwe Dana, Nduduzo Makhathini, Feya Faku and American jazz artist Harper and Steve Turre, who now join us in studio to share more on the music and performance this afternoon. A very good morning. I can hardly contain my excitement just seeing you both and the magic that you guys will be bringing to music lovers from across the country in Pretoria today. Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, yes.
Right. Mr. Harper, I'll start with you. At the tender age of 14, you performed your very first Harper quintet, or you formed your very first group.
Actually, I probably started before then. Yeah.
But talk to us about that music journey when you sort of juxtapose where you started and what you had in mind, what your dream was, and where you are at the moment. Won't you briefly take us through the journey and what it's been like for you?
When I started, I think I was maybe 9 years old, and my uncle got me introduced to the saxophone. And he took me to hear jazz right away at his house. So I was into that right away, as soon as I started. And it's been a long travel going through school, jazz in college, jazz in New York also, and now in South Africa.
It certainly sounds like it's been such a dream come true.
It is, yeah.
Wow. It's quite inspirational. Let me come to you, Steve. Yeah. You've got an album, your latest album, Colors for the Master. Won't you take us through that? And what was the sound and the message, I think, that you were trying to put out there to music fans?
Well, I wanted to honor the masters that came before me, because I'm an extension of what came before me. So
that is quite profound.
And of course, I do it with my own voice, but that was the concept.
Now, you performed yesterday at the festival. How did you find the reception?
It was wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, exciting and a lot of energy in the crowd. And a very good big band. I'm playing with the South African big band here. Is excellent.
Wow. Wow. Mr. Harper, throughout your journey, there seems to have always been a higher calling to what you do, a higher meaning to what you do spiritually. Take us through that and what it's meant for you spiritually to be able to do what you do.
Well, actually, I came up in the black church, so I was always around music, and you know, people. I was around singers like Aretha Franklin, those kind of people, and so the music has meant a sort of had a sort of a spiritual meaning, because I was in church a lot, you know.
And what is that thing that motivates you or pushes you to the next level, even when you don't feel like giving of yourself or your talent?
Well, there's a sort of a calling, something that says, what do you have now? What's happening? And then the music comes through me anyway. So there was a time, a quick story, a time I was walking down the street in New York with a cassette player. And this is a dream, and in the dream, a big hand reaches down and gives me something to play, a cassette. I put it in here, and it played a song, and so I wrote it down. So I mean, it comes in different ways,
yes.
And I'm inspired by
absolutely.
By all those things.
Steve, I looked over there on the set, and there's something interesting. It's these seashells that you make beautiful music from. Yeah. You've recorded over about 20 albums.
Yeah.
Geez, I'm even too afraid to ask what the highlight has been throughout. I can imagine there's been so many.
Oh, yes. No one, but I've had so many wonderful experiences. I grew up around the music because my mother and father met at a Count Basie dance from big band music. They actually met at a Basie dance, and then I played 9 years old and whatnot. But I used to play with a great saxophonist, Rahsaan Roland Kirk. And he had a shell, so he would just blow one note on it, ooh, you know, but the sound was so beautiful that it captivated me, so I got a shell. And then through trial and error, I discovered what I could do with it, And then later we were playing in Mexico City, which is my roots of that. I grew up in California, but my roots are Mexico. So the relatives came to the concert and they said, you know, your ancestors used to play the shell. And I didn't know that. So that made me feel that I'm supposed to do that.
So it dates back centuries, even before your time. Very quickly, what can people expect from you two gentlemen today at the music festival?
Just give all my spirit and all my energy and all my heart.
Oh.
Yeah, that's great. Same here. I'm going to, play some of my original compositions with the big band. And it's a good big band, so it's going to be good.
All right. We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure to have you. The Tshwane International Festival lineup includes the who's in the jazz industry. So it goes without saying that if you're a jazz fan or a fan of music, you simply need to get yourself there. Time for us to take a